Hey guys, it's Sarah. Thank you so much for watching. So in today's video, I wanted to show you what is in my travel makeup bag. It's really stuffed. I will be going and visiting my parents for the next week, and I'll mostly just be hanging out and I'll be working from their house, but also I will be going to a concert while I'm there, so I wanted to bring enough things so that I can get kind of glammed up, but I don't really need a ton of makeup, so I tried to pack light, but this bag is pretty stuffed. But anyway, let me go ahead and show you what is in here. So this is the bag that I've packed. This is from e.l.f. I don't think you can get it anymore. I've had it for like 5 years or something like that. This is just the makeup bag that I always use. It has this compartment right here for makeup stuff, and then over here it has a space for brushes, which is currently like kind of exploding. But let's just go ahead and dump this out and I'll show you what's in here. Okay, so here's the makeup. I'm just gonna kind of go in chronological order of how I would use things. So the first thing I'm bringing is this primer. Don't worry, I am also bringing a sunscreen, but that'll be in my skincare stuff. But I'm bringing the First Aid Beauty Coconut Skin Smoothie Priming Moisturizer. This is, I'm mostly bringing it because it's a mini size, so it'll fit in my liquids bag. But it's a really, really nice, just like moisturizing primer. It kind of doubles as a moisturizer, but it just feels so nice on the skin. It's really nice for the winter time. My skin's been a little bit dry lately, so this is the primer I'll be bringing. The foundation I'm bringing is the Urban Decay Naked Skin, partially because it's in my project pan, but also because the bottle is not glass, so I don't have to worry about that breaking. I think my other foundations are in glass bottles, so this is just going to be the best one to bring anyway. But I do love this foundation. It's very foolproof. Just a really nice solid foundation. For concealer, I'm bringing the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. I've spoken about how I don't love this as much as I thought I was going to, simply because it doesn't have the full coverage that it claims to have, at least on me, but it still works just fine as a concealer. I just have to let go of the idea that it's going to be full coverage. I do wish that it wasn't so big and bulky. Like, this is practically the size of a foundation, but I only own 2 concealers right now, and this is going to be the best one to bring because it has more coverage than the other one that I have. So this is what I'm bringing. Takes up a lot of space, but that's just the way it's gonna have to be. Then I'm bringing the Wet n Wild MegaGlo contouring palette. This is in the shade Dulce de Leche. I use this side right here to set my under eyes, and then I use this side to contour. This is also in my project pan. The only blush I'm bringing is actually this Wet n Wild Ombre blush in a purple haze. This blush, I like this so much more than I thought I would, and looking at the reviews online, it does not have good reviews at all, and I think the reason is because it's very light and it only would probably work for someone with my skin tone or lighter, but it's beautiful on the skin. I really like this. I have to kind of pile it on and put a lot on for it to show up, but on the skin it just looks like the most beautiful, like, light pink shade. It doesn't look purple. It actually looks kind of natural because it is so light. So I'm really loving this blush, and so that is definitely coming with me. I love it so much that it's the only one I'm bringing, which is saying a lot because it's kind of a unique color, but I think that it actually goes really nicely with a lot of different kinds of looks. So I feel good about that decision. And then the Milani Conceal and Perfect Shine Proof Powder. This is just the powder I'm using right now. I have a lot of pan in it. That is just what I'll use to set my face. I have to use a very light layer of that because it can start to look really dry and heavy if you're not careful. Alrighty, for the eyes, I'm bringing the Jordana 12 Hour Made to Last eyeshadow pencil in Continuous Almond. This is a nude eye pencil. I use it as an eyelid primer and also as an inner waterline brightener. It's in my project pan, but I'm bringing it not only because it's in my project pan, but also because it is not a liquid. It's a solid product, so instead of bringing an actual eyelid primer that would have to go in my liquids bag, this doesn't have to, so I don't have to worry about that. That's a really nice bonus of that product. For brows, I'm bringing the Wet n Wild Ultimate Brow Retractable Brow Pencil in the shade Taupe. This is the one I'm working on using up right now. And then I'm only bringing one palette with me. You probably already saw it sitting here, but this is the Modern Renaissance palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's just a great go-to palette. I've brought it traveling with me many times. This is actually the palette that came with me to Spain last year. This has been all across the world. I just love this palette. It's great for travel because, you know, I mean, you have the option of doing bring a really neutral look. You have some both cool and warm toned mattes. I know people often refer to this as a warm toned palette, but it really does have some cool tones. I mean, this warm taupe shade is more on the cool side in my opinion. Same with Buon Fresco. Vermeer is a little bit more of a cooler, shimmery shade. It's not all warm tones. Like, you can also get a very neutral or cool look if you want to, and it's just very versatile. So also I just feel like this is such a good palette for the month of February because it just makes me think of Valentine's Day. So, and I actually just did a palette throwback Valentine's Day look with this palette. That'll be coming up very soon on my channel, actually on Valentine's Day, so stay tuned for that. I am bringing my NYX Epic Ink Liner. It's just my black liquid liner. I'm thinking I might want to get a little bit glammed up for the concert I'm going to. I didn't say this already, we're going to a Michael Bublé concert. I don't know if you guys are fans of Michael Bublé. He's kind of like my guilty pleasure. I don't know, like, I just think he's so, like, smooth and attractive. And funny story, I went to one of his concerts with my parents also. My parents are big fans as well. Okay, we're nerds. But we went to one of his concerts back in 2013 in Atlanta, and that year we got the jackpot of seats. Like, we didn't realize that our seats were as good as they were. They were in the last row on the floor. So like last row, so we thought that they were just gonna be like meh, whatever seats, but it turned out there was also a stage behind us, right behind us, that he was gonna perform on towards the end of the concert, and we were right towards the aisle. So when he walked back to the front stage, after he performed on this stage right behind us, like literally feet in front of us, he walked right past us, and I like, you know, I was one of those people, I like reached my hand out as he was walking past, and he touched my hand. This hand right here has been touched by Michael Bublé. I'm just saying. Okay, so I do want to get a little bit glammed up for the concert. I'm not gonna lie, I have a little bit of a crush on him. I know it's weird, don't judge me, but funny story, just a little backstory there. Okay, moving on. So, and then my mascara, this is the CoverGirl Supersizer Mascara. This is the one that I've been working through since like November. It's kind of starting to run out. At the end of this month, I'll be throwing it away because it will have been 3 months since I opened it, but it's still going strong. This is the one that I am kind of just working through right now. It's a nice mascara. It's a good one. I like it. It's not my like ultimate favorite, but I do like it. Oh, I also brought the Stila Shimmer and Glow in Kitten. I did use this in my palette throwback video, and it is so pretty with some of these shades in Modern Renaissance. And it's just like a really intense shimmer. So when I want more of a shimmer than what Vermeer can offer, this is gorgeous. So I am thinking I'll probably wear that combo to the concert. I'm really excited. And then, okay, I'm bringing 3 lip products, 2 of which are in my 4 weeks for lipsticks for February. The Ulta Nude Lipstick in Pink Chocolate, really pretty, just like brownish nude. And then also the Wet n Wild Mega Last lip color in Don't Blink Pink. I don't know when I'll wear this. Maybe I'll wear it to the concert, I don't know. I'm also thinking I want to wear the Physicians Formula Healthy Lip in Tulip Treatment to the concert. Because it's like a really pretty like glammy red, like a corally red almost. So those are my 3 lip options that I'm bringing, but we will see. Honestly, I probably shouldn't bring this because it takes up extra space, but I just really like that color. The only thing left is brushes. So for face brushes, I'm trying to be pretty minimal with the face brushes I'm bringing. I am bringing a foundation brush. This is the e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Brush, really nice foundation brush. So I'm bringing the e.l.f. small tapered brush for setting the under eyes, and then this e.l.f. Flawless Face Brush. This is going to be like a huge multitasker. I'm going to use this for like blush and contour and for face powder. I'm starting to think that might not be like the best idea. I can kind of turn it on different sides for different purposes, so hopefully that'll work. I'm thinking maybe I should try to bring another powder brush for just face powder, but I really don't have enough room in my bag, so that's gonna have to work. I can also use the e.l.f. Actually, I'll probably use the e.l.f. small tapered brush to like set my face. I pretty much only set my T-zone anyway. That's probably what I'll use that for. Okay, that makes sense. And then the Real Techniques setting brush for highlighter. I just have to bring this. I know I could use the small tapered brush for highlighter, but I just like this one so much more, and I just realized I forgot to pack a highlighter, so I'm gonna have to do something about that. I decided to pack the Physicians Formula Natural Nude Highlighter. It's bulky, but keep in mind, these 3 things will actually be in my liquids bag. These won't be in my makeup bag, so that will free up some more space in the bag, so that'll be fine. The last few things are eye brushes. Just bringing a handful. Okay, it's kind of a lot actually, but eye brushes don't take up a lot of space. So I'm bringing the e.l.f. eyeshadow brush. That's just a good small shader brush. 3 different crease brushes. Wow, am I high maintenance or what? I could probably cut this down to 2, but honestly these take up so little space. We're gonna keep it at 3. So I'm bringing the MOTD Build and Blend. This is a really nice, slightly larger crease brush, but it's still packed kind of tightly, so you can get kind of a precise application with it. Then I'm bringing the e.l.f. crease brush, which is a smaller crease brush, and that's really good for a slightly more precise crease, and then also the e.l.f. detail crease brush, which I love for the outer corner, and just like even more precise application. Then I'm bringing the Wet n Wild large eyeshadow brush. This I like actually a lot recently for highlighting the brow bone. It's just something about this shape and size is perfect for that, and it's just a little bit fluffy. Really like this brush. And then I'm bringing the MOTD Sultry Smudge brush. It's like a short smudgy brush. It's a nice like thickness for a smudge brush. And then finally the EcoTools smudge brush. This is a really tiny smudge brush, and I use that for highlighting the inner corner. So those are all the brushes I'm bringing. I kind of wish I could bring more face brushes, but we're gonna have to just settle for that because there's not a ton of room in here, and that's okay. So let me go ahead and try to get all this back in here. Okay, you know what though? I just realized something. I remembered that several of you guys advised me not to travel with this Wet n Wild contouring palette because it breaks really easily. And I want to take your advice because that sounds like solid advice. So you know what I'm going to bring instead actually, and this actually also eliminates the Physicians Formula Natural Nude highlighter, the need for that as well. I decided instead I'm going to bring the Lily Lolo Sculpt and Glow Contour Duo with me instead. This I know for a fact it's very hard packed. I actually repressed it. The powder is very hard packed. I don't think there's any risk of this breaking, at least that I know of, so I'm gonna bring this instead. It has a contour and a highlight in it. It actually does take up less space than these 2 things, but then that means I need to bring a separate under eye powder. So give me 1 second. So since I'm not bringing this, which has an under eye setting powder in it, I'm gonna bring the e.l.f. HD under eye powder, which I actually have not even opened yet, but this is nice and small, so that'll be good. So actually, I just changed my mind about a lot of things. So I'm not bringing these 2 items. Instead, I'm just bringing that Lily Lolo Duo and then the e.l.f. under eye powder. So, okay, so that's my travel makeup bag. Thank you for those of you who gave me that advice. I literally was thinking that before I packed, and then I forgot, and then I remembered again. So, yes, we are not going to risk breaking this little duo. I am keeping these 3 liquids kind of set aside because I know I'll be putting those in my liquids bag anyway, so they don't need to go in here and take up even more space, which they do take up a lot of space. So yeah, that is my travel makeup bag. It's the makeup that I'm bringing with me for just my week-long trip back to my padre's house. I'm looking forward to it. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully if you are traveling anytime soon, this will give you some inspiration for what kinds of things you might like to pack. I hope that you enjoyed. If you did, I'd love to have you subscribe to my channel, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.